So just got back in the coop. While I was in the spot, I was actually hit with a few other things that I don't think I mentioned in the previous video, which has a lot to do with women. Because when you're looked at, I guess, as a stalker, you kind of like looked at as an incel or kind of a weirdo, which goes back to that whole reverse psychology, that psychosis thing, right? And you notice I'm not really mentioning any names because when you do that type of shit, you lose your blessing. You really do. So I'm just, wanting to just kind of like point it out and just let motherfuckers know that during the height of the arguments that I had with this one in particular person who did, I guess, this video about me, right? During that time, I would send this person pictures and just let them know, like, during the height of the argument when I was receiving hate messages and, it was no problem for me to court another woman. It was no problem for me to get with a woman, especially, and I just think it was all kind of like, meant to be. It was some type of order because during the end of that, I was actually invited to train this particular class. And there was an anchor woman who did a story on it. Like, she, came in and kind of like covered it. And during that time, I was just like trying to figure out certain things. And, my eyes, you can read my eyes big time. So, women were like, hey, what's wrong? And, they were like, hey, come on out and get a drink, right? So, it was that. And just certain things that happened with that. But, during that whole entire process, I shared information and just letting, this one in particular individual know like what was going on, and I guess I was alive for that. Certain things I was called alive, and this goes back to that whole reverse psychology. There were certain instances where I would let this person know, I would send them pictures and let them know like, hey, there's nothing for me to court a bitch. So, with that being said, Las Vegas, no problem at all. And I'm not talking about no prostitutes either. In fact, in LA, it was just weird because I ran into a woman who has a similar name to the individual that I'm speaking about, who I guess made this video about me, right? She had close to the same name, just one consonant missing, just one. Physicality, looks, body type, OMG. Model material, education, very similar. And just some other stories in regards to her, which is not really involved in this video, but not only that, up here it's the same shit. I just don't have time to entertain a lot of things. And if I do entertain it, I really feel that I'll lose out on the positive energy that's been around. And that's what I'm wanting you guys to understand. Like, how the hell have I been moving around through YouTube like before all of this shit happened? You mind my own business. But at the same time, when it comes down to any type of threat with me, whether it's cyber threat or personal threat, you best believe I will definitely protect myself. Some of the weirdest things happen, and we always talk about weirdos and shit. The one thing hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, motherfuckers think that way. I understand it. But like I said, I will catch you guys at the top. That's the only thing I can say. I'm rolling with the wolf pack. Way of life forever. Wisdom one learns from. That's what I'm rolling with now. And rolling with that, great things have been happening. I don't really know what to tell you. I will not entertain that, but I can tell you, like, yes. The things that I've heard have been like lies, but then the blessings have been coming in, and indirect information is even coming as well. Like, there's, it's just weird. It's just weird. But there's reverse psychology in regards to manipulation, in regards to playing the victim, which in this case, I guess this in particular person, I mean, they saying that they're the victim now, which honestly, I'm letting you guys know that is not the case. There's something else which, honestly, like, that's people's personal business. Like, you just really don't want to get involved in that. shit, man. It's just so much, and I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Like, only thing I can tell you guys, as far as my encounters with women since then, or even before then, because I used to be reserved a little bit, but now it's just I've been kind of like more open, and certain things I do notice. I notice a hell of a lot, and it's just it's incredible. It's some incredible shit. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this in particular person who did the video about me. Like, I just don't know, and I don't care. Honestly, I just don't. Before all of this happened, like, I've even indicated that yes, I've been kind of like moving around and just doing my thing. But the one thing I am definitely not is a stalker. And like I said, I know it's hard to fathom for people to understand. I guess shit. It's just a small pocket of people who can do certain things. You know, I mean, certain things I've rejected, but just the one thing I heard, I was like about this in particular person, it just kind of like fucked me up. I was like, damn. But I guess that's a conversation that me and this one particular person would have to have, and like I say, that person knows that I've held back a lot. Like, I haven't, said anything. Um, that one person knows that, at least in the physical form, I got these people, I got women in my presence and shit. Just been doing good, and that's something that is not really necessarily compared to this in particular person. And I mean, that's cool. I mean, I just don't have anything to do with it. If you want to be someone who conversates over the phone, which is something that I wasn't really used to, but I accepted it just based on certain factors. I mean, that's okay. And even with, the person who you're with now, like, if you guys have that type of relationship and that's what you want, that's fine. With me, I want to be with a bitch on the physical every motherfucking day. And that's what has been going on, and I think that it's a good thing. I think that it's an awesome fucking thing. Now, this anchor woman, man, it's kind of weird with this anchor woman. I mean, that's a whole nother story. I could tell you some things about a few women who I have encountered, and it's been some incredible shit. Stories about freights and shit, just all types of shit. It's just none of y'all business, but I've been blessed, man. That's all I can really say. I gotta stay away from the negativity. I gotta detect it and avoid it, and that's what I did until this one in particular person who did this video started fucking with me in the chat, and I'm like, okay, it brought me back to 2 months ago when all of these threats were coming on. Like, hey, certain shit you just do not do. I mean, if you're happy, then go be happy. And that was it. But I don't know. You just gotta take and. I mean, they did this to. Not saying that I'm religious, but they did this to Jesus Christ too. So, that's how you gotta live. They did it to Jesus Christ. I'm not saying that I'm a religious person. I believe in Christianity, but always there's always stories of the ones who actually did good and who believed in good. And I'm not saying I believe in righteousness, but when you carry yourself a certain way, there's certain things that will be popped up. And this one particular person, I just want them to be happy. Like, just do you, however you do it, because there's certain things that have come back to me, and it's been kind of disturbing. It's not anything that was said by this person. It's information that has come back, and I was like, oh, wow. And I just don't want to sit here and talk about the shit. And I don't even want anybody to ask me about it. I just want to keep it like that so that I can receive more blessings. And that's what's been going on. So I don't really know what else to say. I think I pretty much covered everything. So, like I say, I'm not fearful, and this is not a threat. So you guys be cool. I'm out.